What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. Now, you already know all of the information is down in the description. I just came on real quick to clarify some things so that information is not taken the wrong way. I wanted to also stand out there and thank the donators and ask that more than ever, everybody step their game up and growing, helping to donate through Commenter Nation and everything I have going on. I'm getting closer and closer to getting the business that I want to have settled so that I'm able to reach back out to you guys. So I'm asking everyone to not only put the finishing touches on the business moves I have going. Mr. David Binger, I'm going to reach out to you again today. I've been learning different things, contacting different entrepreneurs, and it's been a wonderful experience. So Commenter Nation, step your game up. Everybody that said that they were going to participate in everything, just get ready, make the sacrifice, and help me to build as we're moving forward right now. A lot's going on, but it's a lot of positive things. I'm actually about to go handle different things. If you don't know my Twitter, it is @, of course, anyone's Twitter, OFJASPERRA. Everybody who's interested in dealing business with me or open-minded to making extra income aside from your business, aside from anything doing with a YouTube or just if you own a business, reach out to me, inbox me. Again, it is @OFJASPERRA. Reach out to me and just drop in there #Commenter Nation, and I'll know where you've heard this, and then we'll begin communicating efficiently. And I'm saying to do that because there's certain ways that I would like to communicate with my viewers. And this is to everybody, whether you hit the like button, whether you donate to the channel, reach out and let's speak. Because again, I told you my overall goal was working to put money back into your pockets as well. So everyone who watches the video, reach out, message me so we could conversate, and you'll see where I'm headed with this type of thing. I'm actually about to go handle some business dealing with the relationship marketing tip. Again, we always work. We always do what is necessary to get the job done. So I'll still have some of those things that I have to attend to, necessities. I also wanted to say, and the reason I'm doing this video is not to, let's say, backtrack, but to add the fact that I know of the guy on Instagram you're talking about that sounded like him. That is not who I was talking about. Again, I have people working behind the scenes. They've already been on his Instagram watching him. They've already kind of put out in his Instagram questioning him and things. That was not the guy I was talking about. There is another individual who hit himself. Actually, the guy you guys are speaking about on Instagram, he had his stuff blocked and shut down and even said it was hacked. So it is not who you think it is. That's why I held off on the video, because I knew for a fact that it wasn't the same person everyone was going to say at first. See, I already had an idea who you guys were going to say, because when I was delivered the information, I was told you guys are going to say what you said, and I get that. But that's why you got to know that this channel is for real, that everything I'm building is real. And the reason I'm holding off on things, because some people who are working closely directly with me are having their comments deleted without me deleting them. See, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't delete nothing. You know it. I even let you guys drop links. You're not even supposed to do that, but I let you. Even when they block you out through the YouTube system, I allow it to come through so other people can see the information you're trying to show. I'm very objective with that. I could block it all out like, nah, I don't want you teaching no one else something. I always am open to learn, and that's part of why I want people to start contacting me on my Twitter. Let me know. I expect to see like 50 different people trying to reach out, and I'll accept all 50 requests and we'll talk business, because that's the type of individual I am. I want to further business. I want to further your dreams to retire earlier, do anything you have. I'm talking to people of all ages, as long as you're over 18, because that's the way business works with me. If you are younger than that, you can still reach out, and I'll give you the steps to take. And I think through this business opportunity, the cutoff is about 16, 17, where you're able to get into business. So just let me know. Reach out to me. Again, it's OFJASPERRA on Twitter. Go ahead, reach out, follow me, and we'll begin discussing business. Another thing I want to touch on. Now, I know I mentioned that it was real suspect about this guy's voicing things, and we're just examining evidence. We're not making conclusions. We'll never make conclusions unless I'm using conclusive evidence to produce some type of theory. But again, I told you I'm holding off on that as we let everything roll out, because I want to see what they're actually going to do to persecute these men and what evidence they're actually going to reveal, and whether or not these men are going to give DNA to them. I got to see if their lawyers are going to prevent that or they're going to allow it. If they allow the DNA, we're going a different path, because then that means that something went wrong and they couldn't prevent it from happening. Prosecution got the best of them, which might happen because, again, and let me emphasize this, I do not have hate for authority. You know, I had an individual who I know was authority who kind of mentioned something and was like, you know, you don't give us the just due. Like, I read all the comments. Again, listen, man, listen. I have nothing against your preference or your occupation. Now, what I don't understand is why they have it out for me in that sense, because if anything, you can argue that I assisted a lot and I led it to a certain situation where I shouldn't have done things that way. And my whole problem is that when you guys put things out there that way, it sort of makes me seem as the bad guy when that is not the case at all. To be honest with you, the whole reason for me doing what I'm doing is to help produce what I have going on and help you to further whatever goals you have. And the whole purpose of me doing this is honestly because you guys have to understand that there's a broader picture and there's a bigger measure to how things are occurring. Now, I'm well aware there's other forces acting, even forces closest to me, acting in an adverse way that is trying to hide the information and put the information aside. But it's all objective. There's a whole mentality to it. There's a whole understanding to it. There's many different parts of it that need discussed and broken down before I get into, let's say, the defining factors that help to build a case and help to produce the evidence the way it's supposed to be produced. Now, here's what my issue is. Here's what I'm not really getting. What is the purpose of discussing this objectively and trying to understand the information in a certain way if the means to the way the information is rolling out is not objective? I move in a way where I'm not siding with investigators. I'm not siding with criminal minds. I'm not putting together any type of solid foundation to push one way or the other. We're literally defining the information that's dropping and putting a perspective together about what's actually occurring. So my whole thing is, if you guys have something that's very important that needs to be discussed, I'm literally here to discuss it. I'm literally here to put things into perspective, and that is what Commenter Nation's for. That is why it's so objective. I allow anyone to give their opinion. I've never looked down on you. That's why there's really no way to play or hate me. And again, hate's normal. I expect hate. Like, we hate things sometimes. I can't help someone hates. But when you play or hate someone directly for the way they do things, that's another subject. That's a whole nother mentality. And that's something that pushes towards a direction that we're really not aimed to go. We're really not looking to do things a certain way. And that's my problem. All of you need to be objective. I don't care whether you're elite. I don't care whether you're regular. I don't care whether you're the disenfranchised that does not have. The way I move accommodates all of you. And that's not planned. That's who I am. That's what I do. I never looked at someone who had more than others and said, oh, you're this, you're this, you're that. I never thought that way. Or you should do this. No. We're in a capitalist society. That's just what it is. That's how it goes. And again, I had mentors that I watched and learned from that carried this philosophy and made sense. And I understood it. You can't, here's the thing. You can't help where you're born, when you're born. the type of struggles you have to face because of your environment. But what you can help is what you choose to do. Whether you choose to support, whether you choose to empower, or whether you inspire or you choose to destroy something. That is the choices that we all have. That is why I'm telling you, our platform is the future of this whole YouTube thing. It's going to be what carries a pioneering factor. And YouTube has a lot of hand in how this thing is developing. Look, they looked out for me at the top of everything going on. I've been able to communicate directly with them. So I know some of them watch my videos too, and they like it too. So hit that like button, especially if you're with YouTube, hit that like button right away. Because that's the thing. I told them from the jump, I have no hatred towards coming at you. All I ask is that when I bring the platform the way I do, you don't shade me in any way, shape, or form, which they haven't. Because there's going to be people that hate it, but I bring original content. I don't copy no one's thing. That's part of why I don't show images on the screen of posts and other things, because I'm not trying to even get in that realm. I'm trying to bring critical thinking and people feeling comfortable on camera, speaking their piece, being who they are. You know, we see many people trying to cover it in their subjects, but I bring it with my entire aura, my whole persona. That's what I do. That's why it's different. And that's why you see on related channels, if you check the right side of the screen when it's rolling down, prominent people rock with me because they know what I'm trying to do. They're not dumb. They're not stupid. They're smart and they understand it. Check out the iconic channels. They know what I'm trying to do. I've interacted with each of them at some point in time, and they understand that objectivity is everything. I don't need the credit. I don't need the shout outs. I don't have to run through shout outs, make a video, or do none of that, because I know they rock with me, because I rock with them. When you're authentic in things, there's just a whole premise of respect that's gifted between each of you and that person. I don't need them to acknowledge me to do that. If they choose to do that, I'll be more respectful to even that. But that's not the purpose. That's not what I need. That's not a requirement for me to respect you. All I want you to do is hit that like button. Donate, help support the channel. Hit me up in my inbox, @OFJASPERRA, and let's get business rocking. You know how I rock. All rights reserved.